What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, DeMarcus Cousins here lately has spoke on John Wall's situation, speaks about John Wall basically being on the Clippers, and what he talks about on clutchsports.com, which you can read there as well. He speaks about, John Wall and just the opportunity that he has with the Clippers, We know that John Wall's had some ups and downs in his career, and that's what Boogie was saying. Through the ups and downs, him being like a former superstar, star type player in the league, to not even being really recognized like how he once was. He has a great opportunity to play with the Clippers. I mean, with Kawhi and PG, and having probably the best coach in the NBA, in Ty Lue, and playing with the rest of the guys on the Clippers. I mean, the opportunity is there. I mean, and like DeMarcus Cousins was saying, he thinks that John Wall is ready to silence his doubters, and possibly playing with the Clippers could take his game to another level, because when you're playing with Kawhi and PG, you're playing with players that not only can take the bulk load of the load and carry it, but at the same time make your job a lot easier as a point guard. And John Wall, where he doesn't have to really stress and put too much on his plate in regards to scoring and doing other things, because they take care of all that, they manage all that, something that you don't even really have to do. So in John Wall's case, it really works out to the good if he's able to just stay healthy, along with those two players also staying healthy, and they just build the chemistry, because the team is pretty much set. I mean, they got a really great team, and even though people are speaking of the Clippers in that high regards, you got some haters out there, but I mean, really, if you don't have people hating on you, it means you must not be doing something right. You see what I'm saying? Because the Clippers got to be doing right to have all this criticism the last few years, because the last few years they were the team that's poised to go all the way and win the championship. And with Kawhi Leonard, you definitely can do that, because we all know how great of a player he is. We all know how his greatness, resides in, amongst the other greats, out there. He's up there. He really is. And, if he wins a third championship, especially with the Clippers, I mean, that's going to take his talents even higher, because, in the regards of a lot of people putting Steph Curry in the top 10 because he won another championship. I mean, if Kawhi Leonard wins his third championship, I mean, hell, you got to put him in the top 10 of all time also, because, I mean, with his defense, how he started, he wasn't even an offensive player when he came into the league and turned into the player that he is. I mean, you got to put him up there too. But, back to the moral of the story, I feel like DeMarcus Cousins is saying the right things about John Wall. And I feel like, maybe he's saying that in regards to, maybe he wants to hint that he wants to come back to the Clippers, which a lot of people wouldn't be mad at that, because he definitely brings a more versatility to the Clippers, when he's out there. He's not the DeMarcus Cousins he once was, but at the same time, he's still an effective big man where he can, be effective on the floor and make an impact the minutes that he is playing. But a lot is riding on John Wall. It really is, because like I said, he's definitely the third piece, and a lot of people think that he was the missing piece that the Clippers needed in regards to, helping them win, which is a point guard. I was the one who has said that myself. They needed a point guard. That's what really would set the Clippers apart, because they're able to control the game a little bit better, play at a slower pace, and still be as effective, rather than just, run and gun the whole time and play a lot of isolation basketball. It works for a while, but it doesn't work for a long period of time, which is the reason why a lot of teams, go through certain situations in a 7-game series where they find themselves not executing plays at a high level, because you don't have that point guard. I mean, we just saw with the Boston Celtics, if they had a point guard, they wouldn't have probably lost that finals. There's probably no way they would have lost the final, because their defense is good, but at the same time, they don't have somebody who can anchor the offense and run it smoothly when the other team has the momentum, and try to sway the momentum back your way. A good point guard can do that, because he's calling out plays and he's running plays and he's anchoring those plays and getting everybody the high quality shots that they need, or maybe he'll take the high quality shot if it's meant for him to take it, and your offense is flowing that way. It gels more that way. So the Clippers definitely fill that void with John Wall. They just got to see, what John Wall what John Wall they acquired. You see, it might not be the John Wall from the Washington Wizards days. And really, he doesn't need to be that. He just needs to be what he said, not really coming there and trying to be Batman, just coming there and, play his game and figure out how he can, help take his game to another level along with this team, because like I said, with his talents, he can definitely take the Clippers, help take the Clippers over the top, because like I said, there's times where they need somebody to get them the ball in the right spots and execute plays at a higher level when the game slows down. And in the playoffs, we all know the game slows down more, and executing at a high level is very, very crucial, because if you don't, then you find yourself at home while the other team is advancing to the next round. And that's not what the Clippers want to see. And honestly, I don't think the Clippers will have to deal with that if they stay healthy, because I just see them, going pretty far if they can stay healthy. I mean, it's just evident they can do that if they stay healthy. So but health is a big thing, and I don't want to override that, but for John Wall's sake, it's a lot of pressure on him, and I hope he can rise with the pressure and roll with it at the same time, and just keep pushing as much as he can and get himself a lot better and more acclimated with this team, because they can be a very special team this year. But we just have to see, and we just have to anticipate what happens. So as I said before, I agree with Boogie Cousins. John Wall definitely has an opportunity to revive his career and take it to another level. And Clippers as a team has an opportunity to do something they've never done before, which is win a championship, and that's the goal for them. So I'll just, wait and see, just like everybody else will. Wait and see how this team does, because like I said, health is my main thing with this team more than anything, because if this team can stay healthy, it's no doubt they could win a championship, because they could have won it about a year ago before Kawhi got hurt in the playoffs. I mean, they were destined to go all the way that year. I really thought they would have. If Kawhi didn't get hurt, they definitely would have made the finals. No doubt about that. But because they definitely would have beat the Phoenix Suns. But this is my point. This is their time now. So if this is their time now, it's John Wall's time. It's Kawhi, it's PG, it's Reggie Jackson, it's everybody on that team. It's their time, and this is the year for them to do it. And we'll see how it pans out, because it's a lot of pressure, but I think this team can definitely, find their way through it, especially with, a good coach like Ty Lue that they have, and the surrounding pieces that, Kawhi and PG and John Wall have around them. I definitely think they have an opportunity to take it the distance and, possibly win it all. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.